All right, time for some friendly fire. Jason Whitlock, Shemeka Michelle, Jason and Shemeka, thanks for joining us. Shemeka, I have a video that I want your reaction to. TJ Moe wanted me to talk about this with Steve Kim. Actually Hadley overruled TJ on this and said, no, we need Shemeka's opinion on this. Don't read anything into this. But again, there's some ladies that were talking about their OnlyFans accounts and how she makes more money, and that it's actually man's fault that OnlyFans and this whole whore culture is so popular. I actually agree with her, but let's play the clip.
I make more than a doctor, and I capitalize off of men. You guys are my biggest fans, even if you're haters. I made over $400,000 last year, and it is all because of you. So you guys want to keep clowning on sex work? Keep it up, because if you guys just came together as a whole, as men, we wouldn't be in business. We are profiting off of you. Thank you. Keep subscribing to our OnlyFans. Keep talking shit about sex workers, because we are making so much more money. And I'm about to be out fucking $1 million this year, so keep it.
I actually agree with the woman that it's our lack of discipline, our giving in to our lust and an identity that we take and confidence we seem to take from the more women we bed, the more manly we are, and again, our lack of discipline. And we have, I cracked the joke maybe 15, 18 years ago that I said pussy galore is more undefeated than the 72 Miami Dolphins or something like that. And it was the funniest thing, and people picked up on it, and now I never get credit for saying it. But it's really a statement about the weakness of men, that a woman's vagina has that much control over us.
I agree with her as well, Jason. There have been women who had a lack of standards or self-esteem, a lack of self-worth since the beginning of time. And I do agree, if men were to come together and raise their standards, these women wouldn't be making the type of money that they're making. I tell this story all the time, how when I was dancing, the guy that I was seeing at the time, I don't know if he got word, I don't really know, but I remember him telling me, if I ever find out you're doing that, I'll never talk to you again. And I stopped. It didn't matter to me how I was gonna get my bills paid, or how I was gonna buy the next best outfit, because he said that was not gonna be good enough for him and that he wouldn't talk to me anymore. I quit dancing. And so I do think if men had a greater standard, women would rise to that. And they don't, because they think that they're having this, great self-worth. They would never say, oh, I lack self-esteem or I lack self-worth. At 18, I thought I had the best body on the planet, and every man needed to pay me to see it. There was even a girl who danced with me who would bring her boyfriend to the club to see my body. So I thought, I had no idea that meant I lacked self-esteem. As an older woman, I know that it did mean that, but these girls don't understand that. So as long as you have men that are willing to pay, they're gonna be willing to do what they gotta do to make the money that they're bringing in.
If we're ever going to course correct in this society with this sexual deviant culture, the whole drag queen deal, and just everything pleasure, 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 men, heterosexual men, we're gonna have to make some sacrifices. We can't live this immoral lifestyle and then try to call the world into morality. It just doesn't work. And because trust me, I've tried. But it does not work. And so there are some and I don't even know, they're not really even calling them sacrifices. It isn't really the right word, but there are some decisions. There's a level of discipline that we're gonna have to exercise if we actually want to change this culture. And so again, I'm not some prude. I'm not some person that wants to put a bunch of rules and regulations on people, but it's just like, we're gonna have to stay out of strip clubs. We're gonna have to stay off of Pornhub. We're gonna have to stay away from OnlyFans. One of the things I've been doing just for my own sanity and just to help is like, I get on Instagram a lot less than I used to, because even if you're not hunting for the bikini stuff, it's just always there front and center. And it always takes my mind to a place where it shouldn't be. And so, gentlemen, guys, there's just a level of discipline. If we want to bring the world back into order, there's a level of discipline we'll have to embrace. It's no different than me getting on my Stairmaster every day, me eating less every day. You know, I gotta quit ingesting the sexual lust at every turn if we're gonna see some improvement in this culture.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing, Jason, is men are getting into this. There are men that have OnlyFans, and there are men who think, I want a dick pic. You know, the men that'll actually just send me their body parts, and that's never been a turn on for me. But it's like men now are saying, hey, look at my body. Hey, you know, this is what I have to offer. Not only have women dumb themselves down, men are starting to really belittle themselves as if they have nothing to offer. And it's just crazy what's going on out here. Nobody thinks about the mind. Nobody thinks about who's going to take care of me in my old age. Who's going to help me raise these kids and be a good role model or mentor to them. People aren't even thinking about that. They think about just, you know, who's going to be good in bed for now, or who's going to, you know, look good for now. Nobody's even really thinking about the long term. And it's frustrating when I see so many men doing what women used to do. I've always heard of females, you know, prostituting or trying to get money for drugs or whatever. And the gigolos, though, were something like you saw on TV. You know, it was like that type of, you know, he was well dressed, had a nice car, and he had, you know, maybe a lot of women. But the way I'm seeing men prostitute themselves now, it's like, dog, leave something for the women. You know, have some standards, men. We don't want you to be girls. But that's exactly what men are doing, and they're doing it in every area. Like, not only are they taking over the seats at the salon and taking pictures, getting their toes done, they are now thinking that all they are is a body. And, you know, that's just not cool, but that's what's happening.
I see you resisted the temptation to go full Glasses Malone, I believe there. Thank you for that. And so we'll leave something for people's imagination. We'll end here. Thank you, Shemeka. Great job as always. If you'd like this content, hop in the comments and tell us what you think about OnlyFans and whose fault is it. I agree with the woman. It's really on men. We can demonize women and criticize them all we want, but if we had more discipline, there'd be a whole lot less sexual depravity and perversion everywhere. If you really like this content, I need you to support one of our great sponsors and one of our best new sponsors, the Association of Mature American Citizens, AMAC. Let's send AARP the woke version that says they represent seniors. Let's send them a strong message and support instead AMAC, a conservative group that represents the values of mature American citizens. Join AMAC at amac.us/fearless. Join today. I'm a lifetime member. Come join me. Help us grow the Fearless Army. Pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with all of your fearless friends.